Hi there, I'm Kim Maslin, Digital Technologies Educator based in Esperance. This session is about sharing your story on Instagram. In just a moment, I'm going to switch my screen over so that we can go through some background information to the app, Instagram, as well as walk through which buttons to press in order to share your stories on there. This workshop is part of the Digital Creation Hub Esperance, which is delivered by Esperance Community Arts in partnership with a collective of local content creators. And a big thank you to our funding bodies who have allowed us to make this project possible. So in this workshop on Instagram, what are we covering? We're going to start by discussing why we should be sharing our stories online. And then we're going to look a little bit at Instagram itself. So, what is it? We're going to discuss posting to the Instagram feed versus posting to Instagram stories, because there is quite a difference there. We're going to talk about what hashtags are and how you can use them and how they work on Instagram. And then I'll give you a quick rundown on how to actually post to Instagram as well. So firstly, why should you share your stories online? Firstly, it's a fantastic way of raising awareness. We know there are a lot of people online, there are a lot of people on Instagram, so it's a really great way of sharing your story, your event, your products with a broad audience. It can also be a really great way of increasing participation. Now, that may be in the sense of raising awareness of an event, getting feet through the door sort of participation, as well as getting people to participate online, being part of your journey, giving feedback on some artwork that you're working on, or, completing an online survey, to be part of a project. Online allows for all of that. It allows you to connect with new audiences, so people who haven't heard of you before, and particularly on Instagram when we talk about hashtags, that can become really quite relevant. Also a wonderful opportunity for cross-promotion and collaboration. And I have to say, here in Esperance and even in that broader regional WA, people are so supportive of one another, particularly artists and particularly business owners. And so it's a really great way when you're, hosting a shared event with someone, or if you want to, support someone else in your community. Instagram in particular is a great way of doing that. And it's a really helpful way of delivering outcomes and meeting funding body requirements, because more and more sharing your story, having good, good metrics when it comes to your marketing is becoming more important. A platform like Instagram can really help you reach those key goals. And ultimately, this is where people are. They're online. 56% of Australians use the internet more than 10 times a day. And 45% of Australians are using Instagram. So it's number 3 on our list. We've got Facebook's number 1 for Australians. It's, 95% of users. YouTube is number 2, about 54%. Instagram is number 3 at 45%. And the average user is accessing Instagram 28 times a week. So by comparison, the average Facebook user is accessing Facebook 29 times. So even though Instagram's, number 3, like we've got less people on there, the people that are on there just as much as they're on Facebook. And it's the second most popular platform for women. So number 3 overall, men and women, second most popular platform for women, and specifically women ages 18 to 29 are the highest group of Instagram users at 75%, and that's followed by 30 to 39-year-olds. So, look, there are men on there, of course, there are older people on there. However, women 18 to 39 is really a prime audience on this platform. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to hop over to Instagram so we can start having a little look at what it's all about. Now, the thing to really stress with Instagram is it is a mobile-based application. So it is designed to be used on a phone. You can also get the app on an iPad, on a tablet as well, but it's designed for phone use. It's not designed for the laptop, and computer. Having said that, there are limited options here on a computer, which is great because it means I can bring it up right now to show you. But really important to understand, if you want to be using Instagram to upload content, you need to download the free Instagram app onto your device and set up your account that way. What Instagram.com, here on the computer allows you to do is log in as yourself, and it allows you to view content. So I can look and see, what everyone else is posting, but I can't upload. I can't post photos or videos myself from Instagram.com. I have to do it from the phone. Now, I've got a little asterisk there because just in literally the last couple of months, Facebook, who owns Instagram, have made it possible for you to post to Instagram on the computer using the Facebook Business Suite. And I've done a whole video on Facebook and the Facebook Business Suite, which you can watch. It walks you through more details around that. So yeah, please just keep that in mind. You can, if you've got a business account with Instagram, you can post from a computer. But, sort of first and foremost, it's to be done on a phone. But from here, I can at least give you a little bit of an overview of what the Instagram homepage looks like. Fairly similar to a Facebook newsfeed. You've probably seen quite a few similarities here. So these are different people that I'm following on Instagram. They've posted, an image, and under that image is the text, or, we call it a caption that they've posted alongside the picture. Now, Instagram is known for its square dimensions. So graphics are traditionally square shaped, and you can have up to 10 images in a post. So this is a good example here. You'll notice these little circles here let me know that there's more pictures in this post. And I can click on the little arrow here. You'll notice that blue dot's moving across. So I'm getting to view all those pictures. So up to 10. Okay, likewise, this is a video. Very loud, isn't it? Click to pause that. So video and photos. I've just jumped across here to the Esperance Community Arts profile. So in order for you to view Instagram content, you need to create a profile. And once you've created that profile, you can start posting, and sharing your stories. A profile will look the same for every user in terms of its structure. So it's like Facebook, it's not about customizing, this section. It's about customizing the content that you post. So what you'll have is your username, or we call this a handle. So that has to be unique. So something that no one else on Instagram has. And you obviously want that to be something identifiable, so people who see it know who you are. You have the option, you're prompted certainly to have a profile picture here. And that profile picture is visible on every post that you post. So when, this digital meal have posted, that's their profile picture here. And if they were to comment on a post, you would see that profile picture again. So you want it also to be something quite identifiable and representative of you. Across the top here, you can see the number of posts that you've published, the number of people who follow you, and also the number of people you are following. So whoever you're following, that's whose content you see here as you're scrolling through your newsfeed. And likewise, people that choose to follow you will see your content in their newsfeed when they're scrolling through. So a huge objective, if you're trying to share your story, is to get people to follow you, because that's the way that they then get to see all the posts that you make. This little section here is a chance for you to write a short blurb about who you are and what you do. And you have the opportunity to include one link. So if you've got a website, you add that in there. You could also use it to cross-promote a YouTube channel or a Facebook page as well. And then underneath this, what you'll see is a nice grid of all the photos or video content that you've published in chronological order, with the most recent one here at the top. Now, when we click to open a post, I'm just going to show you this particular one I want to show you. We'll go this one here. So if I click on that post, it's going to expand the post for me to have a look. Now keep in mind, on a phone, you see all of this as well. It all looks the same. And so what I can see here is the picture. I can see the caption that Esperance Community Arts has written. And what I can also see are various comments that other users of Instagram have made on this post, as well as the number of people who have liked that post. So by clicking this button here, and they click, the little speech bubble here to leave the comment, and a little arrow here to share that post with someone else. So if I wanted to share this post with a friend, say, hey, check this out, super cool, which it is, I can click on that and I can pick a friend to share it with. And finally, this little bookmark icon here, little, bookmark ribbon, clicking on that will save that post. If that's something that I personally want to come back to and look at later, I can click on that. So for every post on Instagram, users have these few options. Those options to like, comment, share, and save someone else's post. So what I've been showing you here is essentially what we call them your posts. They're the posts that go on your newsfeed. And I said at the start that there's a difference between these posts and stories. So stories are, look, I want to call them a new feature on Instagram, but they have been around for a number of years now. They're a relatively new feature, very much inspired by Snapchat, which is founded on this concept of having content that disappears after a certain amount of time. And so what Instagram stories do is they allow you to create content which then disappears after 24 hours. So it can be a really wonderful opportunity to share content that's perhaps a little bit exclusive or, time dependent, but also just a little bit fun, off-brand, a little bit less polished. And because it doesn't live in your newsfeed here, it doesn't just live here forever like a normal post. It's only around for 24 hours. And where it lives is up here on your profile picture. So you'll notice this, our profile picture here for Esperance Community Arts has this nice pink and orange, coloured circle around it. That's the indication that Esperance Community Arts have published a story. So if I click on this, that story is going to load up. So you'll see here, and I can actually look, I can even just click pause. And if you're on a phone, if you press and hold your finger on the screen, that will cause that story to pause. But because I'm on a computer, I've got a little pause button. So this story is a photo with some text, with a date, and they've also tagged another Instagram profile to give them, acknowledgement for their involvement in this event that they're talking about. So I can just watch this, and this white bar across the top indicates how long the story will last for. So you can see it's really short. It's sort of a 10-second story. That bar finishes and the story has sort of gone. I can click on it again and rewatch it. I can watch as many times as I want, and it will be there for me to watch for 24 hours from when Esperance Community Arts posted it. So in the case of this one, it was posted 18 hours ago, which means I have 6 more hours of, this story that I can continue to rewatch it for 6 more hours. Then that video is gone. The only, asterisk to that is if Esperance Community Arts chose to save that story as a story highlight. Story highlights live just here where I'm sort of indicating with my mouse. So we've got a Wildflower Festival story highlight just here, this circle. So this is an example of 3 stories that we've previously published that have been added to this highlight reel, which means that they continue to live on after 24 hours. So a really great way to share story content in an ongoing basis. But otherwise, 24 hours, off they go. Now, the great thing about stories is, unlike the newsfeed where, I'm scrolling down and I see, the most recent and relevant story posts, stories live across the top here, okay? And that's the same on a phone. They're circles. You see them straight at the top of your newsfeed. It's the first thing you see. From a content creator perspective, it's great because you're right at the top and really encourages people to watch them. And when you click on them, click on this one here, it's going to load up. And then as soon as this white bar goes, because we're watching just stories in general, it's actually just going to keep scrolling through to my next person. She's got 3 stories, so it's going to go through. But if I click these arrows, you see here, I can just go through each story as I want. So many to view. I can even manually, if I close that, scroll through and find one that I want to watch and click on it and view it that way as well. So they're really awesome. They're so much fun to create. They're so easy to create. And they're a really great way of sharing behind the scenes, like I say, a little bit off-brand, a little bit more relaxed and casual, videos or photos or text with your audiences. I want to speak to you now about hashtags because again and again, this is a question that comes up for me the most at my workshops. What is a hashtag and how do I use it? So in the simplest sense, a hashtag is a keyword that helps Instagram sort and filter content and then allows users like us to find content that we're interested in. Now, a hashtag is represented by simply typing in the hashtag symbol. So, that little grid line that I've just typed in there. Now that appears on your phone keyboard, but also Shift 3 on a computer keyboard brings it up. And that is the hashtag symbol. So that lets Instagram know that you are about to search for a hashtag. And what you do is once you've typed that in, you type in your keyword. So you type in the hashtag. No space, that's really important. No space between the hashtag symbol and the word itself. So I'll just go hashtag Esperance Search. And what this is going to do is this is going to bring up all the search results on Instagram. So we've got over 200,000 posts. And any post that another user has published that includes this hashtag will appear here in the search results. Now, when I say that post includes this hashtag, what I mean is that user has literally typed out, so we'll find it right here, just where my mouse is. They have literally typed out the words hashtag symbol Esperance and published that alongside the photo. Now, you'll notice these hashtags are blue, whereas the caption itself is black. So the blue indicates a link. So that lets you know that is a hashtag, which is clickable. So what I mean by that is if I say, let's click on Golden Outback hashtag. Okay, it's blue, it's a link. It has taken me to the landing page for this hashtag. So now I'm seeing any post where that Golden Outback hashtag has been used. So, this is the one that we were just on, and there's all these other ones now as well. So it's a really great way if there's something you're interested in, take Esperance or, take sewing project. There we go. It's a really great way to find new content and new ideas. I might scroll through here and get some inspiration for, my next project. Or, I might find a new person to follow. So for instance, this person here, I might choose to now follow her to see more of her content appear in my newsfeed. So I'm not having to actively search for her via this hashtag every time. And when you go to create a post, as I said, it is simply a matter of typing, hashtag keywords in order to add a hashtag to your post. Now, Instagram allows up to 30 hashtags to be added to your post. I'd recommend sort of between 9 and 15, around, 9 and 12 is a good number to aim for, instead of the full 30, because it can be, it can look a little bit much. And so that's essentially all there is to hashtags. Now, they do work on other platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, but it's really Instagram and also Twitter that are making the most of hashtags. They're not as well used, or they don't seem to be how people find content on Facebook in the same way
that they use it here on Instagram. So I do encourage you, if you are trying to, increase exposure, increase reach on Instagram, to make use of hashtags. So by typing out a few relevant keywords on your post. Speaking of posts, let's finish off by walking through how we add a post. Now, because I'm on a computer, as you recall at the start, I said no one can upload a photo to Instagram using, the Instagram website. You can only view and search the way we've been doing. Using Facebook Business Suite, you can upload to Instagram. So please go and watch my video on that to learn how to do that. But what I want to do here is just go through sort of step by step. I'll just open this up to do so. I just want to go through step by step what you would do on your phone, because, I think for most people, this is where you're going to begin the process of using Instagram. So what I've got here is just a series of screenshots taken from my phone. So on your phone, it's going to look very, very similar. Now, what's interesting is that Instagram have been rolling out a series of updates, and the result of that is that a lot of buttons have moved around. So if you find that, in particular, this plus button isn't living in your top right corner, like it is for me, it used to live in the middle, down the bottom here. Now it's up here at the top. So when you open up Instagram, you'll need to tap on your profile, okay, this icon bottom right, then this plus sign, that's the add button. You're then presented with, what is it that you want to add? What do you want to create? And for us, we want to create a post. So we tap on that, and we're presented with our camera roll. So what's really great about Instagram is that you can access all the photos that currently live on your phone. They do also give you a camera option. So if you wanted to just open up Instagram, take a photo or video and share it, you can. Personally, I really like to do it on my phone camera app first, because it means I can post it at a later date. It also means that it's living there on the phone for other uses as well, not just for Instagram. So I can simply scroll through my recents here, find the photo that I want, and tap on it once to select. And when I've tapped on the photo, I'll see it in this white space up here to let me know that is the photo that I've selected. Now, if I wanted to select multiple photos, you'll recall we can have up to 10. I would tap this icon first, so multiple, and then I'd go ahead and I'd tap on 1, 2, 3, up to 10 photos. When I'm happy with that, I tap on next in the top right. Okay, and this is when the fun happens. This is where we can add filters and edit our photos. So Instagram gives us a whole range of pre-made filters, which just change the look of the photo, the color and the shade, the vibrancy, and it does it automatically for you. So you can have a bit of fun looking at that and click done. But you can also click on edit down here before clicking done to manually adjust the angle, brightness, contrast, saturation, vibrancy, sharpness, all sorts of features like that. As you're seeing, I hope, Instagram is a very aesthetic platform. It's all about the image. It's all about grabbing your attention. So it is important that your photos are of good quality, and that first and foremost occurs when you take the photo. But these editing tools do give you an opportunity as well to really make your photos pop. So have a bit of fun with this. This is my favorite part. But when you've done that, click on done, and you're then taken to this final screen here. Now, this is where you add in your caption. So you tap in this box at the top and your keyboard will appear on your phone and you type out your message. This is where you can tag another account. So if I wanted to give a shout out to Esperance Community Arts, I would type in the @ symbol. Okay, that will pop up on your keyboard, or Shift 2 is, that's on your computer keyboard. So the @ symbol, and then I would type out their name, Esperance Community Arts, to tag them. It's also where I can type out hashtags. So the hashtag symbol, then the keyword, along with, information about the photo. Once I've done that, if I wanted to, I can add a location in. You know, it can be quite a nice feature, particularly if you're trying to sell, an event or a location like Esperance. If you're set up as a business account, you'll be linked to your Facebook page. So you can automatically post from Instagram to your Facebook page as well, which can be a good time saver. So you can have that turned on if that's what you've got set up. And when you're ready to go, you tap on share and that photo is out there for everyone to see. Now, if you do need to delete it, you can. You just simply go to your profile and that photo, there's an options button. You tap on that and you can choose to either edit the text or delete the photo altogether.
Thank you so much for watching this session on sharing your story on Instagram. I hope you found it useful. Please be sure to check out all the other videos that are available as part of the Digital Creation Hub project Esperance to continue your learning.